What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, leave your comments. Bring to you another great interview. Before we jump in, I'm going to give a shout out to the sponsors of our show, Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. When life hits hard, the law firm of Natalie Lopez hits back harder. Practicing the areas of criminal defense and family law. She can be reached at 954-888-8833 and on Instagram at nat.guilty. It's nat.guilty. And also give a shout out to Ralph Sanchez Law, practicing the area of personal injury law, car accidents, slip and fall, premises liability, any type of injury situation. Give Ralph and his team a call at 305 574 9302. Folks, I have the distinct pleasure. It's an honor, in fact, because we've talked before prior to his fight against Josh Dyer for the light heavyweight strap. And didn't get a chance to talk to him before this fight against Dave Mundell. Supposed to be against Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero, I don't know, got some feathers and decided he didn't want to have this fight. And Dave Mundell stepped in on late notice, and this man proved to the world that he is the pound for pound number one fighter in the world, the king of bare knuckle. Ain't no champ unless I say so. Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. What's going on?
What's
What's
up?
going on?
What's up? What's up?
How you been, man?
I'm all right, man. Sitting on top of the world, man. What a weekend, man. What an amazing show. What an amazing, thing that Dave did. Feldman's getting better. The show's getting better. The people are better. The fans are better. The fights are better. Like everything's just wonderful right now.
What was it like fighting in Philly at Knucklemania? 18,000 plus.
Oh
That
my
place is
God, it was
crazy.
cold as
Okay.
HE double hockey sticks. Man, I could not believe how cold it was. If they had left us out in that parking lot 1 minute longer, it wouldn't have been no fight.
Really? Well, they
Yeah,
they
it
have.
was freezing, man. And we
Well, they
all
don't.
had, special interests, and the
Oh, okay.
the Coliseum was huge. The police were everywhere. The people were everywhere. It was crazy, and it had to be 4 degrees, man. It was freezing. The wind was blowing. It was like when you get out the car, if you don't make it where you're going, you ain't making it back.
Does it make it harder to warm up when you're in that type of cold? Do you feel it
Yeah,
inside?
luckily, I got practice. A lot of the arenas throughout my career has been in ice skating rinks.
Those are
So
cold.
we know, to buy gloves and to put on extra socks and to layer up when you warm up and don't take it off to the last minute. Matter of fact, if you see my walkout, I still had the hoodie on, the all in. I forgot to take it off because it's just that cold. And then you can always tell if the arena's cold
Hmm.
if the fighters aren't sweating.
Okay.
If you go back and watch that card, none of the fighters are sweating, when the fights start. They're
That's,
all freezing cold. But
yeah.
still a great show, a great town, great people. It's the Rocky, the whole Philly, the fight, the give a nobody a chance. It was perfect.
Talk about the fight, man. I mean, Mundell steps in a couple weeks' notice. Um, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Yoel Romero. I don't think he wants to fight you personally. Uh,
Allegedly, allegedly, he
I let,
steps in on a couple weeks' notice.
oh, gotcha.
You
Okay.
know, um, um, believe it or not, we found out that Yo Romero was out from Dave Mundell and his camp.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't find out from David Feldman until the last minute. We
Oh, wow.
found out from, you know, uh, from Mundell. So who knows how long they knew
Okay.
that Yo was out. I didn't know. I was just training to fight Yo. Then all
Hmm.
of a sudden it was like, hey, Yo's out, days in. It was already done. Everything was done when I
Knew it was done when you they said it was done. Like it's all signed and delivered. I'm guessing your management took care of that as well.
Yeah,
Because
well,
you.
I still had to sign and I still had to agree.
Mhm.
They changed the weight. They did a no rematch clause. They changed the weight and they did a weight clause, a no, like a rehydration
Mission
clause.
call.
They didn't want me to be over a certain amount. I guess I'm huge in their minds, they're like, oh, I don't want him to be 240. Like, what are you talking about? Of course, I was training to fight Yo Romero, but I would have came in lighter no matter what. So I wasn't focused on gaining a bunch of weight to beat Yo. I was focused on speed. I was focused on stepping outside the lead foot. I was focused on driving that right hand in, focused on landing some body shots, focused on manipulating his jab hand with my jab hand and cracking him. And it just so happened all of the same things was going to work on Dave.
Was it any different fighting Dave Mundell than fighting Yoel Romero? I mean, probably quicker than
I don't know.
Romero.
I don't know. I got to I didn't really get to fight Yo, but the training was the same.
Okay.
I pressed my cardio to the absolute max limit. I pressed my training to the limit. I'm pressing up the mountain. Me and my diet and exercise, everything came together. We were sparring 3 days a week. Um, Honestly, Dave Mundell is not, nor will he ever be on my level. He's a great fighter. He's a great
Mhm.
175 champ. But there's a reason Dave Mundell avoided me for 20 years. And now we know why.
Well, he put up a post. I don't know if you saw it, and I'm sure you saw it, where he says his knee was hurting and he wants to run it back. Are you willing to run it back
Hey,
with him anytime?
how much do you want to bet it's the same knee that he did the James Brown split when I punched him in the mouth? It's a convenient excuse to say, oh, my MCL and my ACL was torn. I tore it. I told you were going to the hospital. I
Mhm.
told you were going to the hospital. Yeah, I heard it when it tore. I punched you in the mouth. I stood over you to see if you were okay because I knew it was over. And whatever to the excuses, whatever to the garbage, um, uh, Dave Mundell can call for a rematch, but he doesn't have the money. So run a contract. Let me see what the contract looked like. Other than that, how who's under any delusion that David Feldman will pay to see that again?
What were you in the first round? I mean, it seemed like more of a feeling out comparison. Like you were feeling him a little bit.
Can you tell?
I was waiting for the 10-second mark to hit, and it looked like you went at the 10-second mark, like
Yeah,
you told me
yeah, yeah,
before.
yeah. Well, see, Damon Dill knew that was, he knew that was
Yeah,
coming, so he
yeah,
held me the
yeah.
first round. But in the second round, I got it off,
Hmm.
punched him right in the mouth, dropped him at the 10-second mark.
Yeah.
Um, 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 Third round, he held me again at the end of the round. He just
Mhm.
held on. And fourth round, it was over.
What'd
So
you see in that? What'd you see in that fourth round? Straight right down the middle.
Well, it was always up to me. I was
Yeah.
I was controlling the pace by not fighting too fast, kind of like going slow, giving him opportunities and allowing him to misread my timing.
Hmm.
I created a false timing,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I'm faster than you can imagine. Ta-da! It's like checking the boss hand during poker. Check, check, check.
So people don't know, but you the vest you were wearing, the big logo on the back, I created that logo,
Yeah, you
and,
did your
and I
thing.
saw it on the broadcast. I was like, oh shit. Oh, he put that on his vest. That's dope as hell. So
Yeah,
people,
man. You
there's t-shirts there on our website. Juggernaut gets part of the proceeds of this, so jump on board and buy those
yeah,
t-shirts.
I definitely wanted to give you that shout out.
Thank
You've
you.
been a big help, keeping your ear to the ground and shouting out to Vic when things were moving around, unbeknownst to us.
Yeah.
And it came through in the clutch. Of course, I pulled up last minute and smacked Josh Dyer. And
Mhm.
then without even washing my knuckles, I smacked uh uh Mundell with the same hand. It still had uh what was the kissing disease called? Mono. It still had mono on it from Dyer. I put the same hand right in his mouth.
Oh my
Um
goodness.
it is it's very vindicating.
Hmm.
Um I am who I am. I always been. If you guys go look at the old Mike and Mitch podcast all the way back from the gate, I haven't changed.
Hmm.
This has been the truth, the absolute truth. And every single guy who fights me, they interview, they say the same thing. He ain't nothing. He's pretending. He's weak. He's not that good. He's nothing. He's a nobody. I can beat him. He's not on my level. Smack. Smack. Same hand. Same to smack. Shut up.
So,
Say
so,
it.
so
So I
you had
let
a
him talk. At this point, I just let him talk.
press conference the week of the fight. They had the press conference week of the fight, and you have Mike Perry up there, and I posted a video of it. You heard what I had to say. I thought that was probably one of the most emasculating chump moments of a lifetime. I'm not a fighter, but I'd have to get knocked out to be talked to as if I'm such a gum on the bottom of a shoe. What? How does?
These
I
guys,
mean,
they
the way you spoke to this man, how does he not beg to fight you? I don't care if he. I wouldn't care if I'm a fighter. I can't allow this.
because he's not
That was that. I'm sorry.
stupid.
That was that Mr. T moment, by the way.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah, yeah.
woman. Hey woman. Why don't you come over here? See, come to my
The real
apartment tonight.
man.
Get a real.
Hey, listen, I I like Mike Perry.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. He does not compare to me in the fight game. No way, shape, or form. He's had an awesome career. Shoot into the UFC, red carpet, carte blanche, whatever, not to say he hasn't worked hard or he hasn't put in an effort, but I put in triple the effort, you know, quadruple maybe. And a lot of these guys get preferential treatment. Let's be honest. You know, I took it to the fans. I said, let's justify Mike Perry's paycheck. Let's justify it. Let's make it make sense why he makes so much. His record isn't close to mine. His knockout ratio isn't close to mine. The draw, the people know me. The people come out to see me. They always have. Um, let's justify this paycheck since he wanted to throw it in my face. How much money he makes? He said I need to take care of my pockets. So what does that mean? I'm not being paid fairly. Is that what that means? You know what I mean? Am I not counting my shekels? Like what's happening? So we need to address that. And if I gotta beat Mike Perry's ass and flip flop the paychecks to what he gets, what I get, and I get what he gets, so right, the bottom will become the top, and the top will become the bottom, as biblically foretold.
What has there been any conversation of this fight happening? It almost feels like they're protecting him. I'm gonna be real. As from outsider looking in, it looks like that he's being kind of protected because they don't want him to lose. And he can be offended or not offended. I mean, I think most people believe the same thing. Do you think they're protecting him at a certain point?
I would say that the organization um, benefits from having Mike Perry around. Mike Perry's protecting himself because at the end of the day, you can't make him fight. I can. I can slap him off the stage, but no one can just make him sign that contract.
Okay.
And so, just like he didn't sign to fight Dave, he does not necessarily have to sign to fight me.
Hmm.
But the fans can run him off. The
Hmm.
fans can call bullshit. The fans can push the narrative, just like we saw them push it with Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard was convinced that he didn't have to fight me, that I was a nobody. But when he put his hands on me and the fans said, okay, you got to fight him, he said, no, I don't. They said, yes, you do. You're not finna call yourself a champion and not fight this guy. Like, what are you doing? You stuck him and you walked away. So it's kind of the same with Mike Perry. As soon as he titled himself the King of Violence, you don't think you was gonna have to answer to that? If somebody walks into your house and said, "My name is Daddy," and your kids and your wife was like, "Okay, what? what?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what that was on the stage. It was like
Yeah,
I'm your daddy type of thing, and
yeah,
he
yeah. Like what?
and he
You're who? You're
and he
who? At what address? What?
and,
They'll be picking you up. Like, hey, come pick up daddy out on the front lawn. he needs a ride.
You know, when he replies with about money and how much money he makes, it's like, okay, who gives a like
That was
whatever.
the ultimate
That's
sucker move. That was
like
the ultimate
money.
sucker move.
You're in a fighting business. Like this is like the the alpha male in the room type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, same time, you got Mick Terrell calling you. I'm sure you've seen that, right?
yeah.
Would that fight? Was that a fight you want to have happen
Yeah,
again?
I'd love to get that back. And it begs the question, right? So if Mick Terrell beat me so convincingly and he's so awesome and he's da da da, why does he want a rematch? See, the guys I beat, they want a rematch. The guys that I beat, they call for a rematch. So the guy he beat me and he wants a rematch. So what does that mean? He never really won. It was trash.
Your arm
It was
popped out of the
trash, and he's
your
trying
arm
to
popped out of the
piggyback.
socket.
He's trying to piggyback off my success, off my resilience, off my awesomeness. He wants to piggyback. He's posting pictures of him with the champ because he's no champ. He's not the champ. He got smacked in his mouth. He should be harassing Ben Rothwell. That's who he should be calling, saying he wants a rematch. But he's on Instagram chirping at me while I take over the world. You understand? I don't have a problem running it back with Mick Terrell. I can't wait. I just have a few things to do. I only fought Mick Terrell because he was the champ. He's not the champ. I'm the champ. You understand? He ain't no champ. So what I'm chasing, right? Little get backs, he's nice, he's still around, which is awesome. I've never been afraid of a rematch. Said that for years, called out Trujillo for years. They ignored me. Eventually, the promotion started bleeping out his name when I said it. They would bleep me. They won't bleep nothing, but they bleep that. So it just was like, whatever. He got away. He's the one that got away, whatever. Mick Terrell's chirping on this goofy doctor stoppage. My arm flipped on me, you know. I love to run that back someday. But right now, I'm chasing the paycheck. I'm chasing down Mike Perry. I just took out the 175 champ. I took out the 185 champ. Sakara, Chris Camozzi ran my belt overseas. Now I gotta go get it, right? I'm as territorial and as protective of BKFC as David Feldman himself. This is my house. I
So you
gotta go
want
get that belt. I gotta
so
go
you
get it back. I gotta go
so,
bring it back to America. Make BKFC great again. Look what we got done great again.
have
I
they have
gotta
they have they booked the fight for Sakara? Is that the fight you want next at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah. Hell yeah, I want it. I want it. I want my belt. I want the belt. I want the belt back in the great United States of America. God damn it. Bring me.
Have you talked to Feldman about that yet since the fight this past last
Feldman
week?
is the magician. Feldman is considering all possibilities. Feldman has a think tank full of TV screens all the way around, playing every possible scenario like the guy in the Matrix. Feldman is on his shit. He's gonna figure it out. Believe me, we do not have to wait long for Feldman. Feldman's gonna push somebody in there. Somebody will be sacrificed.
Do you still
I
want to
can hear
fight
the
you?
drums.
Do you, do, do you still want to fight Yoel Romero, or is that
Yeah,
like not?
whatever.
Is that like not even because of how it went down? Do you even
Yeah,
like? Are you moving past like you
he's
didn't?
got to fight. Well, see, I'm living more in the now,
Yeah,
and like it's no sense in talking about these guys. Arlovsky just fought.
yeah,
Who knows how long he needs to recover and figure his shit out? No sense in talking about him.
yeah.
Um, 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 Dave Mundell got punched in his mouth by some big black guy. Um, 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 yeah, Sakara's the only one really that hasn't fought that could be ready to fight. If there was a fight right now, Sakara could be ready to fight. I could go challenge him for his belt, bring the belt back to America while all these other guys get ready. There's no sense in talking about even Mike Perry. Mike Perry supposedly has a fight coming up. I'm interested to see what weight it's at, when it is, this, that, and the other. I'm going to introduce myself as the alternate. just in case. I don't know who the mystery fighter is, but I'll be there. I'll be weighed in, and I'll be sweaty, and I'll be hoping that somebody tips a nail or runs into a bully in the parking lot like Tanya Harding, and I'll step in, and I'll step in and I'll step in and steal the show. You know what I mean?
I think we might
Yeah.
have to explain to some people who Tanya Harding is.
Yeah, it's all good. You know, I've been around a while. You know,
I know who Tanya
I'm
Harding is.
immortal. so yeah, so like yeah, I'll step in and I'll take care of the business. I hope somebody break a fingernail, anything, and then I'll pull up and they'll be like, "What you gonna do, bro? You gonna turn down the check? We sold so many seats. The juggernaut is here." You know what I mean?
What do you think of what did you see the video of Mike Perry getting jumped on by Eddie Alvarez and his entire family?
It
What the
was
hell's
weird,
going
but
on?
I went up. I went into the locker room looking for Arlovsky. I
Hmm.
was like, "Hey, where's the champ? Where is he?" I was dapping him up at the end of the night, and he wasn't in there. And Mike Perry was in there. He was like, "He ain't here, but the other champ is here." And his lip was busted, and he was all roughed up. And I looked at him, and I was like, "Huh?" And I was like, "Okay, whatever." I dapped him up and gave him a hug and told him, I'm in celebration mode, so it's all good. Um, you guys got to understand, like even with Yo Romero, he has a fight now. So what
Yeah.
I'm supposed to wait? I'm supposed to wait till he loses or wins and then try to drum up some. I'm the champ. I'm the number one. I'm not finna chase these guys around. It's beneath me now. Jumping in the ring and smacking guys off stage and putting tomatoes in people's mouths and going to people's gyms and harassing people's wives and calling them names and running around like a gorilla and all the other shit that I've done and headbutting goats. And it's beneath me now. These guys got to step it up. These guys got to step to the champ.
You got these images that you posted of Duck Hunt.
Oh
You
yeah,
got the one the one where you have there was one where you're dragging
yeah. Mike
him
Perry.
across the ground. Those are pretty funny actually. Those are hilarious.
Yeah, it
Um,
it it highlights the the nuances of the new world in the fight game and the trolling is it's reached a whole nother level now. And um I want to see. Mike Perry posted a video of me with titties,
yeah, I
and
saw that one. That was
somebody was
funny, man.
punching me. Somebody was punching me, and the titties was swinging around. And I was like, that was pretty creative,
That was
I
funny.
said, I posed. I said, at least he gave me nice tits. They were
Yeah, I
pretty
saw it.
nice. Like,
I mean, you sent him a stand letter. Yeah,
yeah.
dear Perry,
Yeah, then
I
I
wrote
wrote
you,
him a
but
letter.
still
Yeah,
ain't calling. Sign the contract. Stop
yeah.
stalling.
He's got we can make it a handicap match. We'll do a one hand thing or something, but I think Mike Perry knows he's in trouble. And he knows he's in trouble for more than one reason. I sparred with him.
Okay.
We used to spar. He never won. So you got to understand that a lot of what you see what's going on the stage when I stand up and when I start talking, when I start barking and they stand down, there's a reason. I've been in the regional scene since 2012.
Hmm.
I don't even know how many years that is. Is that 15, 16 years?
That's a while.
2011, 2012, I was smacking guys around and they all know me all the way up and down Florida. From St. Augustine all the way down to Miami, back up Jacksonville, all the way around back to what is it, Pensacola.
Hmm.
They know me. So like they know what I can do. I've knocked out guys bigger than them, better than them. I fought Joey Pfeiffer, the UFC #2 contender in the world right now. Me and him, we went toe to toe. I'm not a new face.
Hmm.
This is an old soul. I've been whooping ass a long time.
I saw. So Kareem Hunt's your cousin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I was like, when they said Kareem, I'm like, wait, Hunt, they're related.
Yeah, that's my first cousin. We grew up in the same house. We had the same master. My father, we had the same sensei. So
he was there when you were getting that Saturday morning stuff for cartoons.
I'm older than him.
Yeah.
I'm about 8, 10 years older than Kareem, so I'm his
Mhm.
big cousin, you know.
Yeah.
But he's an awesome kid. He was always fast, always big smile on his face, always athletic. He was always killing them. He played football his whole life.
Hmm.
And we're all athletes. He knows, you know, he loves the fight game. He always
Yeah.
messaged me. He's always watching. It was only a matter of time before he showed up.
Do you think that at some point? I mean, it seems like a lot of guys want to get into bare knuckle.
He
Uh,
mentioned it. He
uh,
mentioned it. He said he might like to fight. You know,
uh,
I said, hey, come on. He's strong as an ox. I don't think nobody gonna be able to stop him. I'll tell you that. I have to train him and see what he got.
What's he about? 5'10", 5'11", 215,
Yeah,
220?
220, same size as me.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
stand about really similar in stature. And then especially when I'm cutting weight, I'm about 225 normally. So we're
Yeah.
about very similar in stature. He looks about an inch taller than me, but I know he's about, 6 foot, something like that.
How heavy is that thing that he was wearing? That juggernaut,
Oh,
outfit.
it's foam. It's just for
Okay.
show. Yeah.
I was wondering because it's. I mean, was he the one that came out with you in against Josh Dyer? No.
No. Everybody would have knew. Yeah, nah, it
Yeah.
was a last minute thing. He surprised me and it was
Oh, okay.
perfect. And we just rolled with it, man. We made it work and it's beautiful and it always works like that because I'm real fluid,
Hmm.
when it comes to everything. And that's how I do it, man. And everybody's always surprised. I always give a good show and smack.
What was the feeling like when you were walking to the ring in this fight, this crowd, everything that's on? And then, I mean, look, there's a lot at stake for this fight. This is king of bare
I,
knuckle, man. I
I
mean, what
don't
was
I
that
don't
like? That
know. I don't know. Honestly, it's a full circle moment for me, and it wasn't due to the crowd. It was due to my family.
Mhm.
We're so spread out. I moved to Florida some years back, and my entire family is based up north. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
So everybody came. Kareem came, his father came, the whole my cousins came, and everybody was there, and it felt so good that even when I walked out there, I didn't even see the crowd. All I saw was little Reem. We call him Little Kareem, but he's actually Big Kareem now. And I saw my little cousin, and he was so happy and hype. And I just walked up to him. I didn't even see the crowd. I didn't even pay attention. I just was stuck in the moment, and we touched heads, and it was
That's
like
awesome.
a power moment. Like it was just like perfect. And then I went in there, and I was super smooth. You see how I leaped over the fence, and I just
Yeah.
was like, whatever comes, bring it. It could have been 3 Dave Mundells in there. They all would have been asleep. They would have been asleep together, like the 3 little bears. They would have been cuddled up in there together. One sucking their thumb, one sucking their fingers. I would have put them all to bed. I was that hyped, and I had to hide it. I was
Hmm.
real calm, and Dave was coming at me with all the same weird shit. He fights exactly the same every single time.
Hmm.
He was throwing all them old weird punches. There's one punch where he throws the leaping left, and I grabbed it and I held it like it was a snake. And I was like, "Get out of here with that shit!" And the
Hmm.
referee was like, "Wait, you gotta let him go." It
Did
was
did did he clip you with anything in that fight?
he
Like, that
clipped
you.
me with the short lead hand hook.
Hmm.
As I was started playing around and getting overconfident, I
Hmm.
threw like a right hand, like a snapping jab, and then I threw a little right hook, and I let my hand down, and he threw a hideaway right
Hmm.
hook that put me on my job. Like, okay, let me get this guy. That's when he fell in the corner the first time.
Hmm.
When I right as soon as he hit me, I threw a 1-2, and he fell over. So that's it. Other than that, he didn't touch me. Not a jab work, not a cross work, not a fake work. I mean, I think he threw like some stuff in the clinch, but as you can see, I was super calm. I was looking at him. I was blocking everything. I was
Hmm.
just blocking everything. Like, that's okay. That's okay. He was just working himself. I hit him with the shucks. Oh, kid, get out of here, kid.
Are you coming down here to Hollywood in March for the 87 BKFC 87? They just announced Kai Stewart and Nico Gaffey for the
Sounds like a good date.
featherweight.
I'm not sure. I got a lot on my plate with the fights and stuff. We got an April card in Tampa. We
Yes.
got some other stuff going on out in Kansas. We got we'll I'll be bopping around doing some motivational speaking. I got to go up to New York and potentially meet with Angela Yee and those guys and talk
Cool.
about bare knuckle. So um, I'll be bopping around, and if I can make it to the shows, you know me, I'll be there. You know.
What is it like watching bare knuckle grow where people are now talking about it? I saw a whole bunch of things that going on during the week where we've got people going on the radio shows locally, and the weirdest one is the was the women. The Jad Masong Wang and Crystal Pittman, and they're almost like besties type of situation there. And what do you
You
I mean,
know,
how does that look? I mean, that's wild
you
to me.
know, Crystal Pittman is such an awesome person, and she's
Hmm.
sweet, and she's always smiling. She's super pretty. I would love to train with her and like
Hmm.
sharpen her to where that ability to gain that to grab that attention and it culminates in an ass whooping for some of
Hmm.
these girls. I've
Yeah.
been rooting for Crystal for years. I want to see her win. I want to see her fucking win. All of the pre-fight stuff is great, but if it doesn't culminate into a win, it fades. And the thing about me is the pre-fight stuff puts pressure on me to win because I don't
Hmm.
want to be embarrassed. So all the
Yeah.
pre-fight stuff and all that yapping I'm doing, believe I'm gonna back it up. I do not want to be made a fool of. So
But
yeah, I want to see her win.
watching BKFC though grow in front of your eyes. Like, I mean, this was one of the biggest card ever in BKFC history. I mean, just massive, massive card. And there's all they're going everywhere. I mean, they're going to Hawaii. I'm sure you'd love to fight in Hawaii. I mean, that's in April though, and they're going to Australia. I know, and then the Dubai. They're going back to Dubai. I know that they're going to go to Italy. That could be where we see you fight Sakara. Even though I think you could fight Sakara in Hollywood in June, at
Uh,
the Hard Rock because he lives in freaking Fort Lauderdale.
another timeless reference.
Uh-huh.
So you guys are watching BKFC grow.
Mm.
I'm feeding it bodies like
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horror. It's different for me because it's
Yeah.
screaming, feed me, Seymour, feed me. And I'm fucking throwing for every piece, every body I can find, I'm chucking it in there. Me and Dave are chucking bodies in the damn
D-
in the alien being, and it's
does it
hungry.
does it get
BKFC is
harder?
hungry.
Does it get because you said feed me more? You remember the Ryback wrestler, feed me more. Like, does it get because there's so few people that are even remotely close to y'all level? I mean, because even at middleweight, with Mundell, there's not been a close fight at middleweight for him. It's been wipeouts. Does it get harder to like find me someone to fight? Do you feel that's at some point?
Yeah, that's what creates the discrepancy with the records and stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle is such a volatile sport that if you make it past 3 fights and you're not physically and mentally maimed, you're almost elite. You're
Yeah.
getting there. You get it? Everybody else, you're fading. After 5 fights, you're a grandfather. We're living in dog years now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we're counting these people in dog years. So it's not gonna be a whole lot of guys that got 13, 14, 12, 15 fights in and that had enough ring time to actually be good enough to challenge me. So when they come out there, they got to get lucky. You understand? Yo
Mhm.
Romero ran somewhere else. It's not only a novice BKFC or new person to BKFC thinks that he was gonna beat me. He doesn't even think he was gonna beat me because I'm better. I've been in there longer. I've been in there too much, bro. I'm standing in the fire with my arms crossed, talking shit. And you gotta jump in this fire and get and figure it out. Good luck. You ever seen the African dudes when they used to walk on the coals,
Yeah.
Shaka Zulu style? Know
Yeah.
what I mean? Now you gotta stand in this fire and fight me. And I'm standing here with my arms crossed talking shit. And you gotta learn it on the fly? Whoo! I'm hard pressed, bro. Anybody. I'm talking John Jones. Call him up. Call him up. Call him up. Say, hey, John Jones, we want you to do bare knuckle.
He don't. He
Call
don't
up
want. He
Usman.
don't. He don't want to do bare knuckle.
Call up Usman.
Oh, he don't want to do bare knuckle.
Call them up, bro. They sit in the crowd and you should see their face. They like,
They
oh
don't
my
want it.
God, this is a blender. This is a
Nothing.
blender.
They
I'm
need to.
standing in the blender, stopping the blade.
They need to
And they're
take. They
like,
need takedown. They need wrestling. They need to
bro,
wrestle.
you need to wrestle. When I start punching, you need to wrestle. I'm way too calm. I'm way too sharp. I'm way too comfortable. And even if you hit me, so
Do you find it when you're watching? I mean, do you watch fights when you're in the back preparing for your fight? Do you watch the screen?
yeah.
So when you're watching some of these fights, because I remember there was at least a couple times where you see a guy get clipped, and then he goes for a double leg takedown. It's like they forgot you're not in an MMA fight. You can't take somebody. Actually, they happened in the Garbarino fight with Kane Thomas. I mean, he
Yeah,
picked him up over his shoulder and
yeah.
spiked him into the ground. What did you think about that fight? Just how it was going on as a bare knuckle fighter, and you're watching.
I
I
I
mean,
felt
it
I
got kind
felt
of bad.
I felt bad for the fans.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm thinking of reaching out to Dave and creating a new job for myself. Like these guys need to be vetted. They need to be vetted. And we're putting him on the largest stage in the world, the largest stage that we have to offer.
Yeah.
And there is no way you're going to embarrass me like that. You're going to
Mhm.
lay down, you're going to flop around, you're going to roll around in the ring, you're going to get booed, you're going to bullshit, you're going to talk all that crap and then not show up. Nah, these guys need to be vetted now. Right? We need to run them through a juggernaut gauntlet. Like, hey, juggernaut, hey, what do you think about this guy? He'll let you down. Trust me, and we can move on. That way we can get good shows, quality shows, and we'll get out of the iffy, like I don't know what's gonna happen phase. We need some guys that are all heart, who are willing to put it all on the line, give a good show, and we'll pay you what you're worth. We'll pay you what
Mhm.
you're worth, but I'll be damn. I think, remember when BKFC first started, Dave got in the ring one time and he said, you guys are getting docked pay. And it pissed everybody off. But I think it's about time to tell them again, like, hey, I'm not paying for that.
Does Dave Feldman cut people?
What, from
It,
the
it seems
show?
it, it seems like he would only cut someone if he's just pissed off that you just didn't fight. Because
Remember
like
what I
you could
said?
be 0-3 if you fight, he's no problem with it.
Listen,
But if you go in there and do dumb shit, that might be
Dave,
the time where he's like, get out of here, man.
Dave will give you a chance, but you will cut yourself. You
Mhm.
will literally cut yourself. And there, you can't, just like they can't make Mike Perry fight me.
Yeah.
You can't make some of these guys fight. Once they turn curve, once they turn their back, once they refuse to engage, once they stop trying, you cut yourself. You can no longer do this job.
Mhm.
Like being a truck driver. If you can't stay awake, if you got narcolepsy, bro, you cut yourself. Please get him out of here, because the show must go on. And once they show those signs, we almost need an alternate, like a tag team guy. Like get him out of there, get another one in there, yeah, get it going. Because bare knuckle is gonna expose a lot of guys that talk tough, and then one punch and all of a sudden they're scared to engage, and the clock is ticking. This is airtime.
Mhm.
The clock's ticking, bro. You gotta get engaged. And once they show us that, hey, you got to get out of here.
I mean, because then I
Maybe
got
the purse should run the tally.
because
Like
in that
then
Garbarino
when
fight,
they
every time
when they
he
disengage, the money stop.
because every
And
time
then
he
as they engage, the money rolls.
because every time he took a breath on, dude, the guy just fell to the ground. I've never seen anything like it in my life in a
Yeah,
BKFC
and then
fight.
it
It was
starts
like,
going backwards.
yeah.
Your money starts going backwards when
Uh,
you start bullshitting like that.
There was a couple other fights I want to ask you about because I mean, you're one of the
Ooh,
originals in this.
ooh, we can connect the money to the crowd. The more they
Yeah,
cheer, the more they scream, the more the money goes,
yeah,
goes up, goes
yeah.
up, goes up.
I mean, I think you'd have gotten that in the Richmond Elmore fight.
Oh
Those
my
guys went
God.
at each other. That
Yeah,
was
they
a
were
fight.
going. Yeah, see what I mean?
That was a
Yeah.
fight.
We
I
can
thought
create, hey, that's a lot like live bonuses. We can create live bonuses and it's based on crowd engagement.
Wasn't there a what was it? Was it that shit? Was it the Running Man, the original Running Man movie where they're betting
Yep,
while Arnold
yep. You're
Schwarzenegger is
talking about
going?
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
yeah, when they're running.
they,
Hey,
you
my
know
dad took me to the movies to see that. That's old as hell.
and then they know they came up with a remake of it. Actually, I never saw it, but the Arnold Schwarzenegger one's the real one.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that.
yeah, that Patrick Brady Bear Hill fight. Those two big heavyweights went at each other. The heavyweight fight with Patrick Brady and Bear Hill, the guy with the long beard. That fight, I mean, if you're watching that fight in the back, these guys are just killing each other. You
Like I
remember that
said,
fight?
like I said, it's levels, bro, and I love the fight, the heart. I love the fire. The two, you don't expect two big guys to clash like that
Mhm.
and stick it out and to have gas. There was a couple of times that he recovered, like the guy recovered and came back. I'm not letting nobody recover on me. Like you gotta get out of here. Like if I clip you, it's a wrap. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, they but great fight. I think it was fight of the night, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, yeah, great fight. I would say who was the other one? Zach, what's his name? Calamus.
Is that a Kaya Montanez? He had a knockout of Brandon
Yeah,
Meyer.
yeah. I'm talking about the bad fight, the Zach Calamus thing. I
Oh,
think Zach is.
Lex Ludlow and Zach Calmus, where
Yeah,
Ludlow was just punching bagging him.
I think Zach has had it. I think he he's had it. Um,
Hmm.
he has been going through a lot. A lot of people died.
Yeah, and
I
that
don't know. So a lot of
yeah
people died on a cruise ship or something, and
yeah
a
in
lot of his
Gloucester,
family.
the
And
fishing boat.
he barely made it to the fight. But man, that was a very sorry performance for 13 million people to see. You know, for 2 million on syndicated and 13 million on Instagram and 20,000 in the stands.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna reach out to Dave about vetting some of these guys, like, because honestly, even if they just shot me the card and told me and asked me what I think, I tell them like, and then I send it back like with red marks and X's and notes. Like what the hell? I
Let
mean,
me
you
ask
don't
you.
got to, but just take it into
Uh,
consideration. At least you could go back and look at it and be like, damn, he told us.
Let me ask about the main event. I mean, Rothwell and Arlovsky. Were you at all surprised at how that fight went? That fight went. I mean,
I was a little
Arlovsky.
surprised. I was a little surprised that Arlovsky didn't swing more, didn't hit more. And when he did catch him, he didn't follow up.
Mhm.
Ben's a great guy, solid. He's had a little success, but honestly, I'll say too much too fast. Too much success too fast. You're pushing these guys into championship positions and they haven't showed championship grit yet. And then you don't know what you're gonna get, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Arlovsky, man, the size difference between us is huge. But I'd put on a damn fight, provided my arm doesn't come off or I don't have to Deadpool myself back together and but I fight him, I fight him until there's no more fighting. That's just something that's there. I don't know why Ben didn't throw more. I don't know what got in his head. I don't know if the two losses in the past, if he's still reliving it, but to lose a trilogy, there's no man on earth that can beat me three
Mhm.
times in a row. No, man, bro, you're going to the spittle. We going to the hospital together. We'll be bunkmate. We'll be side by side, and this bitch getting a drip.
Let's finish this up. What is your final message to Mike Perry to get him to sign a contract to fight you? Because I mean, I think you did as much as you could in front of him. I mean, I don't know what's left.
I got it. Don't sign it. I wouldn't fight me if I was you. I wouldn't fight me if I was me. Somebody's guaranteed to get knocked out if I fight me. That's a guaranteed knockout. I don't want to get knocked out. I'm sure he don't want to get knocked out either. You know what I mean? Like knocked out, that's scary shit. That's a near-death experience. Just for free, just running around, just knocking people unconscious is crazy. I don't think he should. I don't think he should do it. I don't think he should sign it. But Somebody's got to. I say just hand me the King of Violence belt. Vote on it or something. Fake an injury. Or fake retire. Just retire. Just retire for a couple of months. Then they'll give me the belt. Then you can come back at 175 in shape, doing great, become the 175 champ or something. Get real strategic about avoiding the fight with me, or else the fans gonna push you in there and they're not your friends. They're gonna say, "Go, Mike, you can do it, you can do it." They just want to see you get your ass knocked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt, BKFC light heavyweight champion of the world.
Ain't no champ unless say so.
King of bare-knuckle, pound for pound #1. Appreciate you, my friend, as always, man.
Thanks for having me.
You can follow Lorenzo on his Instagram. It'll be linked in the description. Appreciate you as always. And I'll do it for this one. Combat Corner, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.
Up and down through the blood and the sweat. Guarantee you can know I'm a threat. Up and down through the blood and the sweat. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah, I'm going all in. And I ain't close to being done yet, I'm going all in. Yeah. They know I'm going all in. Through the blood and the sweat, y'all know me close to being done yet, I'm going all in. I've been down from the jump. Ain't no love lost, we just really doing us. Go and take your seat, looking silly getting up. Y'all know what it is, let me tell them what it was. It was 24/7 on